Welcome to training mission number 3, in which we will continue to work with the INS and explore different modes of navigating using the HSI. Please engage the autopilot and keep the speed of around 300 knots indicated. Press spacebar when you are ready to begin. We will begin with the HSI and a description of its main functions. It is located to the right from the VTB, just below the RWR. Let's take a closer look at it. On the top you will find a small green caret, which is the selected heading indicator. Contrary to what many people think, it is not operated by the VAD selector, which is a knob below the HSI, but it shows you the heading which will be used by your autopilot. Autopilot functions will be covered in more detail in the campaign. The HSI has two needles, a wide double one and a thin one. They will have different use depending on the selected HSI mode, which is controlled by the knob below and to the right. Go ahead and turn it left once in order to select the first mode. Press spacebar when you have done that. This mode displays the true heading on the compass rose, one which does not respect the magnetic variation. In this mode, the wide needle will show you the bearing towards the current waypoint, while the thin one will be pointing towards the VOR station set up in the VOR ILS panel. Please turn the mode selector knob one position to the right. In CM mode, the compass rose will display the magnetic heading. Please note that both needles will point exactly in the same direction as they did before, even though it is now at a different bearing. In both modes, the DME display in the middle will show the current distance to your destination. Please turn the mode selector knob one position to the right. This mode will show you the bearing and distance to the TACAN station set up in the TACAN control panel. To test how it works, please tune to channel X44 and switch the right knob to TR mode. You will notice that the wide needle will start pointing towards the east, and DMS will display the distance from Kutaisi TACAN station. The thin behaves exactly as it did in CN and CM modes. Press spacebar when you are ready to move on. The next mode, called VAD, is used to introduce an offset point from the TACAN station. Remember that it is different from the normal offset programmed via the PCN. VAD is set up using the knobs on the HSI, and it requires you to first tune into the desired TACAN channel. Since you are already on Kutaisi, let's continue to use it and create a point 180 degrees and 20 nautical miles away from it. Once you have the TACAN beacon set up, use the right knob and switch your HSI to Theta. Then, with the left knob, rotate the double needle to set the desired magnetic bearing. You will notice that this bearing will also be displayed on the DME. This way you can be much more accurate. Go ahead and turn the double needle to 180 degrees. Press spacebar when you have done that. Now switch the right knob to the roll position and use the left one to rotate the DME counter to set the distance from the TACAN beacon to the offset waypoint. Please set the DME to 20 nautical miles. You will notice that the thick needle is stationary and keep pointing towards the previously set bearing of 180 degrees. Press spacebar when you are ready to continue. Now, using the right knob, choose the VAD setting on the HSI. As long as you receive the TACAN signal, the thick needle will be pointing directly from your current position towards the offset point, while the DME will show you the distance. Please navigate to the offset point which you have just set up. You are in the correct spot. The last position on the HSI is called TEL. It requires the radar lock to work, as it is used to compute the best course to intercept the target. The thick needle will show you the bearing towards the locked plane, while the thin one will give you the desired heading for intercepting it. Switch to waypoint 2, turn towards it, and keep 300 knots indicated. Press spacebar when you are ready to proceed. Let's now focus on another feature of the INS, which is the RD-TD mode. It allows you to choose the desired bearing to your selected waypoint, or determine the time in which you should arrive. Before setting it up, switch the selector knob to TRVS mode, as we will speak about the limitations of the RD-TD. Please press spacebar when you are ready to proceed. As you know, the TRVS will show you the remaining time to your destination and your ground speed. This first information will be most important to us, since it determines the limits of the RD-TD mode. Obviously, using unrealistic data will make the system to reject your input. If you try to get to the destination 100 kilometers away from you in 1 minute, it simply will not work. As a rule, you cannot set timer to less than half or more than 1.5 of the value of remaining time. So if the INS tells you that at your current speed you will reach your waypoint in 10 minutes, your temps désiré should be set to between 5 and 15 minutes. Also, you cannot use this setting if the remaining time is less than 10 seconds. Press spacebar when ready to proceed. Having all these limitations in mind, first set the remaining time. To do so, switch the selector knob to the RD-TD. Press OSB 3 or 9 to enable data input into the right window. You will see 5 spaces for characters. It uses minutes and seconds, with maximum values which can be inserted of 399 minutes and 59 seconds. Let's say we want to get to our destination in 5 minutes. Type 00500 and then press INS. Next, press the top button on the PCA. Press spacebar when you have done so. You will notice that a new set of cues will appear on your HUD, looking like inverted brackets with 2 chevrons. If the chevrons are outside and above the brackets, it means that you are going too fast. If they are outside and below, you are too slow. You should try to keep them inside and in the middle in order to arrive on time. Increase and reduce your speed, observing how the cues move in reaction to the change. Press spacebar when you are ready to move to the next part of the training. Okay, now it is time to set the desired course to the waypoint. This option will be useful if JTAC gives you specific attack limitations, or if you just need to arrive at your waypoint from a given direction for whatever other reason. Turn towards waypoint 3 and keep the speed of 300 knots indicated. Press spacebar when you are ready to proceed. Let's say that you will want to get to Kutaisi from the north, as you have been instructed by the ATC to use the North CRP, or Compulsory Reporting Point, a gateway to Airport CTR, which stands for Controlled Traffic Region. Let's try to approach. Press 1 or 7 on the INS keypad to enable data input into the left LCD. The input limitation in this case will be obvious. From 000 to 3599, there are 4 spaces which you have to use. Enter 1800 on your keypad and press the INS button. Remember that what you enter here is the bearing you will want to use when you arrive at the waypoint. So for instance, if you want to approach the waypoint from the east, you will need to enter bearing of 2700, as effectively you will be flying west. Press the RD button on the PCA. You will notice a new set of cues on your HUD, similar to those displayed during the bombing run. You should follow them in order to arrive from the desired direction. Please follow the indications in order to fly to waypoint 3 and arrive over Kutaisi from the north. Very good, you are now over Kutaisi airfield. Time to move to the next part of today's training, which is visualizing the waypoints on your VTB. Turn towards waypoint 4 and press spacebar when you are ready to proceed. The VTB is capable of displaying up to 5 selected waypoints at the same time, provided that the following conditions are met. They are in the selected radar display range, and they are within the radar aperture limits, which is plus or minus 60 degrees. Let's try it now. Before we start, set your radar range to 40 miles. Press the Prep button on your INS control panel and type in waypoint number 04. Next, press VAL. The waypoint should be visible on your VTB now. Repeat this procedure for waypoints from 05 to 08. Press spacebar when you have done so. Alright, now it is time to learn how to remove selected or all waypoints. The procedure is exactly the same as for adding them. You press Prep, type the waypoint number, and then press VAL. Selected waypoint number should disappear from the VTB. If you want to remove all the waypoints, you just need to press the ALEG switch, which is located below the VTB. Press spacebar when ready to proceed. Finally, we will briefly cover mark points. The M-2000C's INS is capable of setting and memorizing up to 3 overhead mark points. You set them up by pressing the MRQ button and then confirming it with VAL. When you do it, the system will create a waypoint number 91, 92 and 93 respectively, located directly beneath your position at the moment of pressing the MRQ. Use them wisely, as you are limited to only 3 slots. These mark points will be treated as normal waypoints for the purpose of navigation, offset, etc. However, you can only use them in dest mode, which means that you cannot edit or change them. Go ahead and set up a mark point at your current position by pressing the MRQ button. You will notice that VAL will light up and lat-long coordinates of the desired mark point will show in the PCM. Once you press VAL, the mark point at the given coordinates will be stored in the memory, and the green M91 sign will light up to the right from the dest button. That concludes this training. You can exit this mission at any time.